So let's solve this example. Calculate the mean deviation, variance, standard deviation of the following set of numbers: 12, 15, 8, 16, 13, 10, 11, 6, and 8. We have to calculate the mean deviation, variance, and standard deviation of this data set. So we're going to be looking at the formula for mean deviation. The formula for mean deviation is the sum of x minus x bar over n, right? And remember, this is the mean. You remember from our previous example we did. So we're going to be looking for the mean first. And remember, this other x represents each individual data point, right? These data points. Okay, so let's solve for the mean, then we move over to the next step. Okay, so first you draw your table and write out your x, which are your individual data points. Okay, 12, 15, 8, 16, 13, 10, 11, 6, and 8. You know, to solve for the mean, we're going to add all these numbers together divided by the amount of numbers we have, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 numbers here. So when we add them, we are going to divide them by 9. Okay, so the mean is equals to 12 plus 15 plus 8 plus 16 plus 13 plus 10 plus 11 plus 6 plus 8. When you add all these together, you're going to have 99. Did you get that as your answer? So now we have gotten the sum of all the numbers. We divide by the amount of numbers, right? And we counted 9 when we counted our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 99 divided by 9. 99 divided by 9 is going to give you 11, right? You got 11. So our mean is 11. Okay? We have gotten our mean. So the next step is to get this. X minus x bar, which is the mean. Okay? Each individual data point minus the mean. So each of these data points minus the mean, right? Remember how we did it in our previous example. So 12, which is the first data point, minus 11. 12 minus 11 is going to give you 1. Do you understand? Then the next number, 15. 15 minus 11 is going to give you 4. I hope you're not confused because I didn't put the 12 minus 11 equals to 1, right? This way we are not also confused. It's not necessary that you put it that way. You can just use your calculator to calculate and put down your answers. Okay, so 15 minus 11 is 4. Then the next 8 minus 11 is going to give you minus 3. 16 minus 11 is going to give you 5. 13 minus 11 is going to give you 2. 10 minus 11 is going to give you minus 1. 11 minus 11 is going to give you 0. 6 minus 11 is going to give you minus 5. And 8 minus 11 is going to give you minus 3. Okay, so we have gotten x minus x bar, which is the individual values minus the mean. Okay, so next we are going to be looking at the absolute value of x minus x bar. Okay, remember this is the absolute value. Any of the numbers that have negative, that has minus in front of them, it changes to positive. Okay, we are looking for the absolute value, which is the positive difference of this. So 1 remains 1 is positive, 4 remains 4 is positive, minus 3 is negative, so it changes to positive, which is 3. 5 remains 5, 2 remains 2, minus 1 changes to positive, so it changes to 1, sorry. 0 remains 0 is still the same. Minus 5 changes to positive, so it's 5. Minus 3 changes to positive, so it's 3. Now we are to get the sum. Remember, this is the sum. We are getting the sum of the absolute value, which is this. So we add all these together, okay? 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus 5 and plus 3 is going to give you what? When you add all these together, what is going to be your answer? You got 24, right? So the absolute value of all these numbers added together is 24. So we have gotten the sum of the absolute value of x minus x bar, which is 24. So we have 24 over 9. You remember how we got this 9, right? The amount of numbers we have: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 24 divided by 9. When you use your calculator to divide 24 divided by 9, or you use the long division method, you're going to have 2.666. See, the 6 continuous, so you can just stop with 3 digits after the decimal point, or 2, whichever you prefer, okay? So the mean deviation of these data points is 2.666. So now we have gotten the mean deviation. We are going to be looking at the variance. Remember the formula for variance? The sum of x minus x raised to power 2 over n, right? So what do? We have gotten these values, right? X minus x bar, which is this. So we are just going to square them, right? So 1 raised to power 2 is still 1. Remember to draw your column. Sorry, I didn't say that. You draw your column and you put in your heading x minus x bar raised to power 2. Okay? So this is where we're taking from. Okay? We are going to be squaring them. So 1 raised to power 2 is still 1. 4 raised to power 2 is 4 times 2, right? It will give you 16. So minus 3 raised to power 2 is going to give you 9. Minus 3 times minus 3 is going to give you 9. 5 raised to power 2, which is 5 times 5, is going to give you 25. 2 raised to power 2, 2 times 2 is going to give you 4. Minus 1 raised to power 2 is 1 times 1, which is going to give you 1. 0 raised to power 2 is still 0, which is going to give you 0. Minus 5 raised to power 2 is 25, so you have 25. And minus 3 raised to power 2 is 9, so you have 9. So we have gotten x minus x raised to power 2, right? Now we have to get the sum, which is we're going to add all of them together, okay? So 1 plus 16 plus 9 plus 25 plus 4 plus 1 plus 0 plus 25 plus 9 is going to give us what? When you sum all these up together, what is going to be your answer? 90, right? You got 90. So we have gotten the sum of x minus x bar raised to power 2, okay? Remember, we're looking for this, the sum of x minus x bar raised to power 2. The answer is 90. So we have 90 over 9. Remember how we got the 9, right? So 90 divided by 9 is going to give us what? If you use your calculator or the long division, 90 divided by 9 is going to give us 10, okay? So we have 10. So the variance is 10. We have gotten our mean deviation, which is 2.666, and the variance is 10. Now we are going to be solving for standard deviation, okay? Remember the formula for standard deviation? It can be this or this, which is it can be the square root of the sum of x minus x power raised to power 2 over n, or the square root of variance. It's still the same thing. Remember, this is the formula for variance. It's just squared, okay? I'm showing you that not to be confused. So it's still the same thing when you see the square root of variance. The variance here is 10, right? So we're looking for the square root of 10. The square root of 10 is 3.162. When you use your calculator, the square root of 10 is 3.162. So the standard deviation, the answer is 3.162. Okay? Do you understand? So these data points, we looked for the mean deviation and we had 2.666. Then the variance we had 10, and standard deviation we had 3.162. So now we understand how to solve mean deviation, variance, and standard deviation using the formulas, right? So if you see any equation or question that says find the mean deviation, standard deviation, or variance of these data sets, I'm sure you're going to be able to solve it. Okay, that is good. So next we're going to be looking at our assignment. I'm sure we're going to be able to do our assignment, right? It's easy. It's on all the examples we did, right? Okay, good. So remember to keep on practicing, because practice makes perfect, okay? So when you keep on solving, you'll be able to master how to do these equations, okay? Good.